Hello and welcome to latest TV news. I'm Mike Mendoza. Well, in today's show, I talk to the UK's only professional female big band leader. Yale Brewer talks mental health. I meet the new Labour leader of Ada District Council. I discuss Worthing's first ever arts festival. But first up, I chatted with Debbie Curtis, the UK's only professional big band leader.
Jumping right out of the sea. Monkeys are swinging and they're having their lunch for tea. What a crazy, crazy world we're in.
It's the sounds of Debbie Curtis, and it's a great pleasure to say she's here now. Debbie, welcome.
Hello, Mike.
Nice to see you. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen you.
It has. Too long.
How long ago it was? I think you were doing shows at the Palladium at the time.
Yeah, we're doing shows at the Palladium and all around the theatres in London, which we're trying to get back to doing. But since COVID, it's not been so easy with insurances and everything else. But we're getting there.
No, you are. I think you were listed as probably the only female big band leader in the country, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
This was your dad's band originally, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Dad's band, and I did take one player from each one player in each section was from Dad's band when I first started it up again. But sadly, I've only got a couple left who haven't passed on, sort of thing. But we've got some great players in there. And now doing these sort of solo singles, I'm gradually working the band members back into that.
I mean, how popular are big bands these days, do you think? I mean, is it time they came back?
Yeah, I think it's well overdue that they came back. I think one of the problems is people affording tickets to venues and people don't go out dancing so much. So you can get sort of gigs at like 40s events and things like that at Butlins and places like that, but there's not that many of them compared to, say, 50 years ago.
You bring out an awful lot of CDs.
Yeah.
And I do have quite a collection of some of your CDs, actually, because I remember, I think you gave me a CD in a tin once as well.
Yeah, we did a video in a tin, done like an old camera reel.
That's right, yeah.
And all the singles were done like the old sort of 78s, really, and 45s.
At the moment, you're doing an awful lot of, and you have been doing this for years anyway, making a lot of videos. I mean, some would say you're pretty quirky in what you do. You're very wacky.
The tracks we've been doing, I've tried to make really themed. It sort of reminds me a bit like the Village People, really. With like sort of cowboys, Indians.
How do you actually sort of target your audience, and what sort of audience do you have?
We've got a really big audience because we've got, with the sort of things like PC World and the tracks we've been doing with the videos, that's attracting a younger audience. So we've sort of got people from like 9 to sort of 25. That a lot of those sort of TikTok and Instagram, things like that. And then we've got obviously the people who have stayed following us with the big bands. So we've got a very big fan club of that. So we're trying to get the two to cross over.
Now, what's this type about PC World? What's that all about?
PC World's basically is completely nuts. It's like a psychedelic track. It's really saying about that we spend too much time watching telly and on our phones and everything else, that we're turning into a cartoon, really. I've got a recording studio at home, so I lay down all the tracks myself with that, and I've had Neil, a sax player, come in and put a sax part on the last couple, which has been quite nice to be working with people again.
But I mean, when you put a track together, do you get your musicians in, or is it all done electronically?
No, I do it all. I mean, I play the guitar, violin, piano, obviously, and sort of a few other instruments, basically. I usually put all those down. The thing I miss the most is obviously sort of a team of 17 people and working with them, because you don't have the feedback working on your own so much. But with the videos, I've got about a 17-piece sort of what would be a backing band, but it's all people who are wacky enough to want to join in the videos and be willing to dress up like a pirate or whatever.
So what's your latest CD?
The latest one we've just done is a song called Concrete Jungle Rap.
Mm-hmm.
And the one we're about to release is called Cashback. And the Cashback one is about how we're all sort of drawn into spending money because celebrities are advertising this, you've got to have this, you've got to have that. So it's got a sort of meaning behind it, but the videos are hopefully quirky enough that they're entertaining, Do
you write all your own material?
Yes, yeah, all of it.
You also performed as a solo artist, haven't you?
Yeah. I've done quite a lot as a solo artist. Solo artist with a band called Deranged, and I play guitar in that one. So yeah, I just keep trying to gig and keep trying to basically advertise music everywhere to young and old alike, because I think it's a sort of, I think one of the things, you get loads of things for sports, you get loads of things for cooking programs, but there's not that many things for music really. And I think it's a sort of becoming a dying thing. It's sort of got so watered down. When you think how much coverage sport is given compared to sort of music, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And also a variety of music. I think sort of like you get so much on certain radio stations, but there's not, there's not like a big band station or you get the odd program.
I'm a great fan of big bands. I must say, I always have been. Well, what have you got in there? That's not blue gin, is it?
No, this is my pirate drink. This is a slush puppy drink.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be gin.
yeah. I wish I did have a few last night actually. Yeah,
There's a place up yonder on top of a hill where the boys play Jack and the girls play Jill. It's a poser's palace, day and night. It's the kind of place where you don't pick a fight. 'Cause if you hit somebody, then they only hit back. 'Cause they got 3 friends with a baseball bat. Ooh, it's a concrete jungle rap, that's what it is, I said. Ooh, it's a comprehensive rap. Well, me and the guys wandered through the town where the schools are dumb and the teacher's a clown and the
Sorry, no, I was saying, I've always been a great fan of the big band era and the big bands, and that they're saying again, you try and do, and you do have the band. But what sort of music do you play in the big band? Is it the sort of typical?
I do a lot of the original sort of 40s things, but I also do things like Doc Severinsen in the Mood, which is a sort of slightly a busier version, and I try to get in quite a lot of dancey stuff to try and get audiences and people moving and clapping. And I always say this because most gigs we do, they don't like people dancing in the aisles. So I always go, I mean it most sincerely, please do not dance in the aisles, folks.
Hoping they will.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's a shame with big bands because in the States they are bigger, but I guess they've got bigger venues out there than we have here. So you still get the sort of halls with the maple sprung dance floors and things like that in America. And you've got things like Cherry Poppin' Daddies, which is a band that a bit like the Jive Aces, that kind of thing. But it incorporates big band with it. Brian Setzer, people like that, Gordon Goodwin. It's bigger in the States than.
Well, you mentioned the Jive Aces. I mean, they've just finished 2 months in America.
Yeah.
They worked every single day for 2 months, traveling around the States. So demand is certainly there for them.
Yeah, and I think America's got a wider, well, obviously because of the space as well. There seems to be it's more prevalent out there than it is here.
Any chance of you coming down south at all? We're going to see you in Brighton, or?
Yes. I was thinking come down tomorrow. Is that okay?
The coffee is on. Do come and join us.
I love Brighton, actually. I absolutely love it. It's a really vibrant town. It's got a lot of stuff going on there. I went to university in Brighton.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I
studied fine art. I studied fine art and music. I did 2 separate degrees. The 2 degrees.
You got one to go?
Yes, I have done the third one. I've done the third one, and that's in dog training and dog behaviour. I did a degree in that.
You've just hidden your dog, haven't you?
Yes, I've just hidden one. The other one's asleep on the sofa at the moment.
That's all right. Well done. Okay, so we're looking forward to seeing the new CD. That one is, what's that one called? It's called, you tell me what's it called.
The next one out is Cashback.
Cashback, sorry.
And then the next one after that is called The Pirate Cafe.
Right. Now, how can people get hold of your music?
www.debbiecurtis.net. You can find all the information about the big band, everything there, the videos. It's on YouTube. I'm also on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of those.
Listen,
Debbie Curtis music.
We look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much for taking time out today to say hello to us.
Thank you ever so much, Mike.
Debbie Curtis, thank you very much.
Thank you loads. Bye.
All the gossip, all the chat, spread the word and yak, 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 and do it too. Consumerism, spend your cash, buy more items, don't be rash, and do it too.
I'm Mike Mendoza for latest news.